Here we go. Hello, good evening. I am back to do my match week 6 group stage games of the 2019-2020 Champions League season. Now, there's a lot of games to obviously talk about, and obviously one of the most important game weeks for sure, and it should be very interesting to see. So let's have a wee look at the games for sure. Obviously the Liverpool group is absolutely crucial. It has to be said. So obviously we have a lot of good games coming up. Obviously we've got Napoli against Genk. We have Liverpool and Salzburg as well. We've got Chelsea against Lille, Ajax against Valencia, Benfica against Zenit, Inter Milan against Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund versus Slavia Prague, Lyon against Leipzig, Shakhtar against Atalanta, Dinamo Zagreb against Manchester City, Atletico Madrid against Lokomotiv Moscow, Olympiacos versus Real Red Star Belgrade, Bayer Leverkusen against Juventus, Club Brugge against Real Madrid, PSG against Galatasary, and Bayern Munich against Tottenham. So that's some good games there for sure, and shall be very interesting to see how that one will go. Now obviously we have to say that this is going to be very, very interesting to see how this is going to go. Now, so be very, very interesting to see. So the first game to preview is as follows. We have is Napoli against Genk. Now in this group, Liverpool lead the table. So Liverpool are on 10 points, Napoli are on 9, Salzburg are on 7, and Genk are on 1. So it's looking like it could be very, very interesting to see how this one goes. But for this game, I think Napoli will obviously want to win. I think they've got probably the easiest group. Hello, Mr. Edgar. Champions League is rubbish. Well, you might be there next season. You might be there with the Europa League for sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But for this game, for me, I have to say that Napoli will win this one. I'm going for Napoli 2, Genk 0 in this one. Red Bull Salzburg against Liverpool now. And this is a very, very big game because obviously a score draw takes Liverpool through. A win takes Liverpool through. A loss, then they could be out. The defending champions of Europe out at the group stage. But I don't think that's going to happen. So for me, I am going to go for a 3-1 win to Liverpool there. I just got a feeling that that could be a game that could be a bit of a banana skin. However, could be very, very interesting to see. But I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Liverpool in this game. The next game, which is actually those two games, Napoli Genk and Salzburg Liverpool, are both a 17:55 kickoff. So be very, very interesting to see as well. So Chelsea against Lille now. Now obviously this group is absolutely tight as anything. You could probably say that this group is the tightest of the lot. So Ajax are on 10 points. This is Group H. Ajax on 10 points. Valencia and Chelsea on 8 points. And Lille are on 1 point. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how this one will go. Chelsea, Lille. Obviously, Lille are the whipping boys of this group. A defeat for Chelsea will obviously get them out. Valencia needs to get a point in Ajax, and maybe that then will not be enough. So we'll see what happens. Hello, Mr. E. Hello, Mr. E. I hope you're doing well. I'm completely bugged with a cold, as people can probably hear. So for this game, also guys, get your predictions in the comment section as well. Let me know how you think the games will go. So I've got Napoli 2, Genk 0, and Red Bull Salzburg 1, Liverpool 3. So for the next game, I am Chelsea against Lille. I fancy Chelsea to win, and quite frankly, I think they will win. I do think they will win. So for me, I'm going for Chelsea to win this one, probably by 4-0. I think Chelsea will hammer Lille, and I think they'll go through by 4-0 in this game. Ajax against Valencia is the next game. What a very, very important game this is, for sure. This one, obviously, Ajax are in the pole position at the moment to go through. Valencia needing a point or a win to go through. Obviously, the Chelsea result. If obviously Chelsea win, then Valencia will be out. But if Valencia beat Ajax, then obviously Ajax would go out. So be very, very interesting to see how that one will go as well. So for this one, I cannot see Valencia beating Ajax, in all honesty. So for me, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Ajax here. It'll be a very, very important game for them. So I'm going for a 2-1 win to Ajax. Borussia Dortmund against Slavia. Prague is next, and obviously this group is all about second place. It's Barcelona 11, Inter Milan and Borussia Dortmund on 7 points, and Slavia Prague are on 2. So shall be interesting to see how this one will go. Now, if you had asked me at the start, who would I have expected to go through? Who would have expected to go through? I would have probably said Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund, but to be honest, Inter Milan can still get in there. Ajax ain't the same without De Ligt. No, they're not. You can kind of clearly see that, but in all honesty, I think they did well to get the money for De Ligt, and I think they did really, really well to get rid of him when they did. But Ajax have still got the very, very they've still got a very, very good team. This group worries me. Haha. One of these are coming into our cup. Yeah, potential Inter Milan Manchester United game. That would be very, very interesting to see. Very, very interesting to see. So for obviously this game, Borussia Dortmund, Slavia Prague, I can only really see Borussia Dortmund winning this one. Very, very comfortable win. I'm going for a 2-0 win to Borussia Dortmund, and I think that will probably, actually, interestingly enough, wait for my Inter Milan Barcelona. Wait for my Inter Milan Barcelona prediction. I will say that now. I'm going for a 2-0 win to Borussia Dortmund. Inter Milan Barcelona now. This is the very interesting game. Obviously, Barcelona are obviously through. So it's one of Inter Milan and Borussia Dortmund. Hello, Matthew McFadden. Hello. Welcome to my live stream. I'm only doing this as a wee test. We'll see how this goes. So for Inter Milan Barcelona, I actually think Inter Milan, with Barcelona obviously being already through, I think Barcelona will go to Inter Milan, probably rest a couple of people, and I think Inter Milan will go through and Borussia Dortmund will fall into the Europa League place. So we'll see what happens. How many matches did I miss? Just arrived, says Thomas VDB. I've just literally gone through Napoli, Genk, Salzburg, Liverpool, Chelsea, Lille, and Ajax Valencia, where I've gone Napoli 2, Genk 0, Salzburg 1, Liverpool 3, Chelsea 4, Lille 0, and Ajax 2, Valencia 1. And I'm just on Borussia Dortmund, Slavia Prague, and Inter Milan Barcelona. So, as I was saying, Inter will win. Valverde is absolutely horrendous. Couldn't agree more. He is not a very good manager, is he? Is it bad when he says hello like that? It reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, dear Mr. E. Oh, no, I'm definitely not like that. But then again, you could say that. So, for this game, I'm going to go for Inter Milan to put Borussia Dortmund into that Europa League Inter Milan 2, Barcelona 1 for that one. And we'll see what happens with that one. So, yeah, that will be very, very, very intriguing group for sure. Now, the next games we have are as follows: Benfica, Zenit, St. Petersburg, and Lyon, Red Bull Leipzig. Now, the way this group is going, Red Bull Leipzig are already through. And then it's a case of Zenit, St. Petersburg, Lyon, and Benfica. But Benfica need an absolute miracle because they are on -4 goal difference at this moment in time. So it's all about goal difference. All about goal difference for that one. So for these games, Benfica Zenit, I'm actually thinking Benfica can win this one. I know that it's obviously they did lose in Russia, but obviously Zenit never seemed to travel very well for me. So I'm going to go for Benfica to win 2-1 against Zenit. And then the other game, Red Bull Leipzig against Lyon. I'm going to go for Red Bull Leipzig to win against Lyon. So that would theoretically knock out Lyon in that group. So obviously Red Bull Leipzig want to win that group. It's all love. It has to be a golden oldie, that film. Robbie Williams is the Don. Every year we have the same group teams. Benfica always get Zenit and always are in the meh group. City always get Shakhtar and Liverpool always get huge teams. Yeah, absolutely. That is the one thing you can say about that. You can definitely say that those teams definitely get them. And yeah, I totally agree with you about Zenit and Benfica. They always seem to get each other in the Champions League. But so I'm going to go for Lyon to win 2-1 against Leipzig to beat Lyon by 2-1, and that would put Lyon into the Europa League for sure. So that would be very interesting. But yeah, Benfica won't do very very. They won't be able to get through. Obviously having a -4 goal difference. So that was very very good. Surprised City didn't draw Shakhtar in the FA Cup 4th round. Well, considering what Manchester City's FA Cup draws have been like, yeah, there's no surprise there. So that is obviously the games for Tuesday night, and obviously let's go into Wednesdays. And now we have Group A, which is probably completely straightforward. PSG have 13 points, Real Madrid have 8, so obviously PSG have won that group, Real Madrid are second, and then it's just a case of Club Brugge or Galatasaray going into the Europa League. So some very, very good teams at this moment in time going into this Europa League, if the predictions are going the way that I think they're going. So Club Brugge against Real Madrid now on the Wednesday, and in all honesty, I can really only see Real Madrid winning that. So I'm going to go for Club Brugge to lose 2-0 to Real Madrid at home. And PSG Galatasaray, I can really see only one winner in this one. I think PSG will give Galatasaray a bit of a mauling. I'm going for PSG 4, Galatasaray 0. Be very, very intriguing to see. But so obviously Club Brugge will go into the Europa League if that was to go through with that one. So we'll see what happens. Now we've got Group B, and it is Bayern Munich, Tottenham Hotspur. So obviously Tottenham are obviously through. Bayern Munich are wanting 6 wins in this group. Obviously Bayern Munich are top, Tottenham are second, and then it's obviously Red Star Belgrade, and then Olympiacos. But the interesting thing is that obviously the top 2 are facing each other, and Olympiacos are facing Red Star Belgrade. So if Olympiacos were to beat Red Star Belgrade, then they would go through. And Red Star Belgrade have a -16 goal difference in the Champions League. So obviously they have been definitely the whipping boys, but they seem to have managed to get through. Actually, they beat Olympiacos, so that is why that one. So for Bayern Munich Tottenham, I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich will make it 6 wins out of 6. And for Olympiacos Red Star Belgrade, I'm going to go for Olympiacos to actually win 2-1 and then go through into into the Europa League. So I think Olympiacos will go into the Europa League, and that will not be an easy place to go to either in Greece. We all know about that. So that'll be another wee interesting wee trip for sure. Champions League Group C. We've got Dinamo Zagreb against Man City, Shakhtar against Atalanta, and the group table is as follows. Man City on 11 points, so obviously they have won the group. Shakhtar are on 6, Dinamo Zagreb are on 5. If Dinamo Zagreb get an unlikely win against Man City or a point, then they are through, as Shakhtar Donetsk have a -2 goal difference. So I don't know if it is head to head or goal difference it comes to on Champions League. So it'd be very, very interesting to see that one. So for the games, Dinamo Zagreb against Man City. I think Man City will win very, very comfortably in this one. I think maybe not as comfortable as many people predict. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Man City. And Shakhtar Donetsk Atalanta, I think Shakhtar will probably win that one. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Shakhtar. So that would obviously... I'm afraid to bet against Tottenham. Well, especially with Josie in charge. But I don't see Munich losing at home. Although my cousin actually told me today that apparently Bayern Munich are 7th in the Bundesliga. I know it's still early on, but you know that's quite a bit disappointing for them, actually, isn't it? So. It has to be said for that one. But I mean, yeah. So that will be interesting to see for that one. And then finally, we have Group D, and this is a very interesting group for sure. Juventus are on 13, so obviously they are through. Atletico Madrid are on 7. Bayer Leverkusen are on 6, and Lokomotiv Moscow are on 3. Hi Anthony, hope you're doing well. Another fantastic win for Leicester City yesterday. Very, very good. So this group obviously is between Atletico Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen. And obviously Juventus are playing, obviously they're already through. So who do I see? So Bayer Leverkusen against Juventus. I fancy Juventus to go to Germany and win 1-0. For sure, so I expect that one as well. Hello, Paul from Bluebird Legend. Hope you and Nathan are doing well, and hope you were at Cardiff were involved in a pretty impressive win against Bristol City, wasn't it? Barnsley 3-2. That was, wow. Pride of the Midlands, yeah, absolutely. So for Leverkusen Juventus, I am going to go for a 1-0 win to Juventus. And for Atletico Madrid against Lokomotiv Moscow, I am going to go for a 3-0 win to Atletico Madrid. Good win, not a great game. They all count though. They all count. And you know, look where Cardiff are now, above Swansea. Weren't Swansea like top a couple of weeks ago? Look how tight that championship is. From basically Swansea now being 11th now to Cardiff being above them, who, I mean, you know, swings and roundabouts for sure. So if that group was to finish as follows, so I've obviously predicted Atletico Madrid to win 3-0 against Lokomotiv Moscow. They would be through. So basically all Atletico Madrid have to do is win, and then obviously they have to rely on Bayer Leverkusen not to win in against Juventus in Germany. So that is it. That is my match week 6 match day predictions for the 2019-2020 Champions League group stage. So I'll quickly go through my predictions as well. Obviously, after this video, if you do want to have a join in, then please feel free to do so. That'd be brilliant to get people joining in as well. So my predictions are as follows: Napoli 2, Genk 0, Salzburg 1, Liverpool 3. Come on, you Reds. Borussia Dortmund 2, Slavia Prague 0, Inter Milan 2, Barcelona 1. Lyon 1, Leipzig 2, Benfica 2, Zenit 1, Chelsea 4, Lyon 0. Ajax 2, Valencia 1. Dinamo Zagreb 1, Man City 2. Shakhtar 3, Atalanta 1. PSG 4, Galatasaray 0. Club Brugge 0. Real Madrid 2. Bayern Munich 3, Tottenham 1. Olympiacos 2. Red Star Belgrade 1. And Bayer Leverkusen 0, Juventus 1. And Atletico Madrid 3, Lokomotiv Moscow 0. So we will see how those will go. But if my predictions are going the way that I think they were going, so the teams to have fallen into the Europa League are as follows. So Carl, Mr. E, wait for this, right? So in Liverpool's group, dropping into the Europa League would be Red Bull Salzburg. Dropping into the Europa League from Barcelona's group will be Borussia Dortmund. Dropping into the Europa League from the group that no one cares about will be Lyon. Lyon, for sure. And the team dropping into the Europa League from Chelsea's group would be Valencia. Obviously, if these predictions will go through. The team to drop into the Europa League would be Dinamo Zagreb. If that one, that is Manchester City's group. The team obviously dropping into the Europa League from Real Madrid's group will be Club Brugge, if that was to happen. And then dropping from Bayern Munich and Tottenham's group would be Olympiacos, dropping into Europa League. So we'll see for that one. And then dropping into Europa League from Juventus's group would be Bayer Leverkusen. So that is that for my predictions, and that is the teams that would drop into Europa League. So to Mr. E and Carl, what do you think of those teams? Let me know in the comment section. And let me know if there's any of those teams that you would not want to face. I think one of them is probably very, very obvious. Borussia Dortmund for sure. So, thank you to everyone who has watched this. Thoughts on the Scottish League Cup final? Rangers unlucky. Yes, I think they were unlucky. Didn't take their chances. Fraser Forster had an absolutely outstanding game. He probably played the game of his life for sure. But Rangers were unlucky, it has to be said. Rangers were very, very unlucky in that game, and be interesting. It'd be very, very interesting to see for sure. I think they were unlucky, but Morelos taking the penalty, I think that was a wrong decision in all honesty. I think Tavernier probably should have took that penalty. But obviously the Celtic goal is offside. I mean, there's 3 Celtic players in an offside position, so how the referee or linesman doesn't see that, then it's hard on Rangers. It is hard on Rangers, but it is one of those things. But thank you very much for watching my live stream, and thank you very much for watching my Matchweek 6 prediction for the Champions League group stage. And like I've said, please get involved. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Smash a like, leave a comment. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And also hit that subscribe button. If you want every upload. If you want to know when every upload is there as follows as well. So we shall see what happens. Let's see how West Ham do against Arsenal. I am literally going to watch that game. So we will see what happens very, very shortly indeed. But thank you very much for watching, guys. And I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Hopefully when I'm feeling a lot better. But I'll probably do my Premier League predictions live as well. But thank you to everyone for tuning in. And I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.